What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode number 9 of the Road to Max Ultimate Ironman series. In the last one, I mentioned to you guys that I am going for level 80 Thieving in order to go for the Rogue set. And to do that, I am going to be Blackjacking the entire way. We're going to start off here with the Bearded Bandits. I have one trapped in this building already. This is the best building to do this one in because if he attacks you and you mess up, you can easily just climb up the ladder and then climb back down to unaggro him. So I'm starting off at 105k cash stack. You guys will see that go up all the way till 80. Don't know how much money I'm going to make, but I'm hoping it's a lot so I can buy everything I need. Also, this is really annoying early on because you pretty much fail every single time you try. But I'll try my best not to get completely frustrated with it, and yes, my clicks are going to be awful. And there is level 55 Thieving. It's going pretty well so far. I made about 60k. Also, I haven't done this since they added the coin pouches update, so I didn't realize I needed a free inventory slot to actually get that coin pouch. But as I mentioned to you guys before, once I do reach level 55, I can switch to doing the Unbearded Bandits for more experience. The old Bandits I was doing give 65 experience per thief, and these new ones give 84. They also do wield scimitars, so it's easier to spot them that way. But now I have to do these from level 55 to 65. Hey, there is 65 Thieving, also a bit over 300k coins. Now I can move to doing the Metaphyte Thugs, which is where I'm going to start making a lot more coins. I'll probably just do an update between 65 and 80. I need like 1.6 mil total XP, so it's a pretty decent chunk of time. I decided this would be a good time to do an update once I hit 75. I still need like 800k XP, so I'm still pretty far off. But my cash stack is looking really nice now, up to 646k. I'm starting to remember how difficult blackjacking is over long periods of time. Last time I did this was on my hardcore when I was racing for the first trimmed skill cape, and I pretty much blackjacked like 30 hours straight, which is something I never want to do again because I couldn't even feel my hand by the end of it. But anyway, like I said, 800k XP left until level 80. I'm going to try to grind this out before I go to sleep. Almost 2 million experience later, there's level 80 Thieving. I could do the Fast Rogues shortcut now. It's not going to show it on here, but my cash stack is almost 1 mil. I think with this I can buy everything that I wanted to buy for Slayer as well, so that worked out really nicely. Now, there's a lot of stuff that I was thinking about with the Rogues. It's a lot more annoying to do than I originally thought, so I'm going to plan all this out and then I will get back to you guys. So for this part, I ended up just to record myself doing a run and then talk over it since there's a lot to talk about here. So the first thing was that there's two methods to doing this. The first one would be to diet Zulrah for all my stuff, and that would require me doing Underground Pass and also the quest Regicide, which I was highly considering since it's going to be useful to me in the future. Now with that method, you'd suicide there, and since for this minigame you can't have anything equipped, you can't have anything on you, I could either suicide normally to like Nettles, or I could suicide to Zulrah. The benefits of Zulrah are that if you suicide there, your items stay there forever, you don't have to worry about them disappearing. The only thing is, if you die while your items are at Zulrah, they all disappear. I decided against doing those quests right now because they're super long and I want to get to doing something else. I'll leave those to a little bit later. So the method that I decided to do, and this is the other one, I suicided at Nettles, which gives me an hour to do this each time. Now the only thing annoying about this is that once I get a piece of the Rogue's equipment, it is untradeable. So if I were to suicide with it, it would just stay on me, so I'd have to destroy it. So the way to get around that is each time I get a piece before I go in to do another lap, I have to drop it on the floor. It's pretty annoying. I'm going to have to do this every single time I get pieces and every time I go in. They last for 3 minutes on the floor. It takes a little bit over 2 minutes to finish a lap here, so by the time I finish the lap, my items will still be on the floor. Another annoying part about this is every single time I finish, my run energy is at like 20. So I pretty much have to sit here every lap and wait for my energy to go all the way back up, which takes like 3 minutes alone. So if I had to guess, I'm probably doing one lap every 5 minutes. Thankfully, they did update it a while ago to where you can't get duplicate pieces for the Rogue set. But yeah, this is going to be a pain, but it's going to be nice to get it over with. I'll see you guys back once I finish it, and I'll be sure to let you know how long it took. Alright, there's the last crate I need to get the full Rogues. I'm going to pick up all this stuff before they freaking disappear on me. This was very quick. I did, I think, a total of 8 or 9 runs. I actually got 4 pieces in a row. I don't know, like, what the rate is on getting these, but I ended up finishing it in like 25 to 30 minutes. Now that I have the full Rogue set, I can place it in my house, but I need 46 construction. Thankfully, I have done the Eyes of Glofri quest, so I can just go and get the Crystal Saw, which gives an invisible +3 boost. Got my Crystal Saw and everything I need, so I need to make, I believe, the armor case now, which is right next to where I store my Graceful. So with this one, you can store Void, Angler, Prospector, stuff like that. And the one I made just now that requires level 46, allows you to store 2 different ones in it. This is a big one to get out of the way. It would be really annoying early on. So there is the rogue stored. You could search it and see just how much you can actually store in here. It's definitely a lot. Before I can start Slayer, there are a few more quests that I want to finish. The first one is going to be the Fremennik Isles, so I can use the Helm of Nitsanat. The next one, I want to finish Fairy Tale Part 1 and also start Fairy Tale Part 2 so I have access to fairy rings. And finally, I also want to do the quest Wanted because it should get me another 11 Slayer levels. But now that I do have almost 1 mil GP, I can start buying the armor that I want for Slayer. The first one being the item that I unlocked recently, being the rune gloves. Thankfully, they're pretty cheap too. They're only 6.5k. The other ones are, as you guys know, like 100 to 200k. Next thing on the list is to buy some rune plate legs, which do cost a pretty decent amount, 64k. Now I'm going to go get the rune plate body. So there's the rune plate body, rip another 84.5k. This is pretty much all the gear I wanted to buy for now. As for the skill cape, I don't want to get the cape until I finish everything with Entrana because I'd end up having to drop it. Also, you can put it on a cape rack in your house, but that does require around 60 construction. I completely forgot about this, but to do the quest Fremennik Isles, I need 46 crafting. I am level 43, almost level 44 right now. I wish I did that before I bought all the rune stuff I need, because I'm going to need my Graceful for running back and forth with this. I'm only doing a few levels, so it doesn't really matter much. Also, I'm not going to go and get a looting bag to store everything. If I was doing like 60 or something, of course I do that, but it's only a few levels. So what I'm going to be doing at Port Phasmatis is buying 8 of the buckets of sand and 8 of the soda ash. I also do need the glass blowing pipe. And then we're going to be running over here to the furnace, and we are going to be making molten glass. And when that is done, I'm going to be blowing them into fish bowls. I did try to do it with orbs, but I need 46 for that. I couldn't remember the number. This should be relatively quick. Probably took about 25 to 30 minutes, but there's 46 crafting. I also did hit 1,100 total level. That freaking Ice Troll King destroyed me. I'm happy the NPC during the quest gives you prayer potions, because if that wasn't an option, I actually probably would have died there. But with a 20,000 combat experience award, I decided to put it all into attack because I want to be able to use the DSIM as soon as possible. I did also gain a construction level and a woodcutting level. But now with this complete, I do have the Nezi Helm. Before I go into Fairy Tale, there is one more quest I forgot about, and that is Death Plateau, so I can get the climbing boots. There's Death Plateau done. I'm going to be doing the Troll Stronghold quests and all of the other troll quests sometime in the near future, because 2 of them do give a really good amount of Herbler experience as quest rewards. Have the climbing boots now, the best boots I will be able to use all the way up until Rune. Time to start Fairy Tale Part 1. I really hope that I'm not going to get screwed over by the 3 items I need to get in that quest. So 99% of the time when I'm questing, I'm actually watching Slayer Music's YouTube guides. I don't really like using the text guides. I ended up getting the exact same 3 items that he did, being a fat snail, red spider eggs, and a slimy eel, all of which are super easy to get, and I can get them around the Nature Spirit, which is where I have to go to get the Blessed Secateurs anyway. It's nice having Protect from melee with Tangle Roots because you don't have to sit back and flinch it, so it was a really easy fight. There's Fairy Tale Part 1 completed. Did gain 9 farming levels and also another magic level. Now we're going to go and start Fairy Tale Part 2 so I can unlock the fairy rings. So there it is. I can use the fairy rings now. It's going to make getting around the game so much easier. Also, another thing I forgot to mention about the Arctic Cloak 1. The cloak is actually one of the fastest ways to get to a fairy ring. You just teleport to the monastery and the fairy ring is right to the east. It takes about 10 seconds to run there. Next thing on the list, I'm going to do the Wanted quest because it does give a 5,000 Slayer experience reward. And there's Wanted completed, gained 10 more Slayer levels from finishing this quest. So back to my gear, I have everything I need now except for an amulet. I'm not actually going to be using an offhand, so no shield or anything until I can get defenders. Because I'm going to be prey flicking pretty much every task I do, so I don't really need much more defense bonus than I already have. So in order to get the Amulet of Strength, I'm just going to continue doing the Charna method I showed you guys earlier. The Amulet does require level 50 crafting to make it, so I do need to get 4 more levels here. This is actually pretty decent experience per hour, and my inventory is more empty. So thankfully I do have Shiloh Village completed, and I can use the gem mine there to get the ruby. Because every time I check like the Alcarid gem seller and the one in Artie, the gem is never in stock. It might be in stock in Keldegrim, but I haven't done the quest to access that yet. So at this point, I do have everything that I need. Sadly, I can't wear the Helm of Nitsanat until I get to 55 defense. But I'm going to be doing Yaks up until 70 combat so I can use the Slayer Master in Zenaris. Since doing Vanica, which is the lower Slayer Master, you can get some pretty annoying tasks, and it is pretty bad XP. So I usually do this on all my accounts. I think a lot of other people do it too. I know some like to start Slayer early, but this is just my preference. But that's going to do it for this video. Next video will probably be a ton of Slayer. Still going to try to keep to posting every 2 days. We'll see how it goes. It's getting a little bit further into the account, and a lot of the quests were allowing me to upload so frequently, so I'm hoping that I can still manage to do that. But thank you once again, and I will see you guys in the next video.